Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, July 25th, 2022. Today I'm going to recap yesterday and the weekend's Major League Baseball, WNBA, Major League Soccer games. Look ahead to today's games in each sport. We'll go over the results of the Senior Open. We will recap the NASCAR results, news and notes, and my best bet of the day. We'll start with Major League Baseball. We'll begin with Friday night, as we will go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to today's games. Alrighty, so Friday. Reds over the Cardinals 9-5. The Reds 35-57. St. Louis 50-45. Cubs over the Phillies 15-2. Marlins over the Pirates 8-1. Yanks over the Orioles 7-6. Padres over the Mets 4-1. How about this? Blue Jays over the Red Sox 28-5. Braves over the Angels 8-1. Guardians over the White Sox 8-2. Brewers over the Rockies 6-5-13 on a walk-off single by Luis Urias. Rays over the Royals 7-3. A's over the Rangers 5-4. D-backs over the Nationals 10-1. Astros over the Mariners 5-2. And the Dodgers over the Giants 5-1. Saturday. Guardians over the White Sox 7-4. Doubleheader game 1. Astros over the Mariners 3-1. Blue Jays over the Red Sox 4-1. Cubs over the Phillies 6-2-10. Twins over the Tigers 8-4. Cardinals over the Reds 6-3. Pirates over the Marlins 1-0. Brewers over the Rockies 9-4. Padres over the Mets 2-1. Royals over the Rays 6-3. White Sox over the Guardians 5-4 in doubleheader game 2. Orioles over the Yankees 6-3. Dodgers over the Giants 4-2. Braves over the Angels 7-2. D-backs over the Nationals 7-2, and the A's over the Rangers 3-1. Then yesterday, Cubs over the Phillies 4-3, Angels over the Braves 9-1, Yankees over the Orioles 6-0, Marlins over the Pirates 6-5-10, Blue Jays over the Red Sox 8-4, Twins over the Tigers 9-1, Reds over the Cardinals 6-3, White Sox over the Guardians 6-3, Brewers over the Rockies 10-9, Royals over the Rays 4-2, Rangers over the Athletics 11-8, Astros over the Mariners 8-5, Dodgers over the Giants 7-4, Nats over the D-backs 4-3, and the Mets over the Padres 8-5. On Sunday Night Baseball. Now we look ahead to tonight's window. 6:40, you have the Marlins at the Reds. Trevor Rogers and Nick Lodolo. So, battle of two former first-round picks here. The Reds are minus 130. The Marlins are plus 110 over under 9.5. Overs even money unders minus 122. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 192. Reds minus 1.5 is plus 138. Marlins are 50.9 according to ESPN Analytics, and they are plus 110. So give me the Marlins plus 110. Next up is the Braves at the Phillies at 7 o'clock. You got Max Fried and Ranger Suarez. Braves minus 172, Phillies plus 144, over under 8.5, minus 10 each fight. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 104. Phillies plus 1.5 is minus 115. The Phillies are very valuable here, but I don't know if I want to pull the trigger at plus 144. It's a good number for a team that's 47.6 to win according to ESPN Analytics. So I'm going to go with the run line side. Phillies plus 1.5 and minus 115. I just think that is a good play. Rays Orioles. Corey Kluber and Austin Voth. Rays minus 132. Orioles plus 112. Over under 9. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Rays minus 1.5 is plus 120. Orioles plus 1.5 is minus 144. I'm going with the under. Guardians Red Sox. Zach Plesac and Nick Pivetta. Is this a get right spot for Boston? They're a home dog to the Guardians. The Guardians minus 112. The Red Sox minus 104. Over under 9.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Guardians minus 1.5 is plus 138. Red Sox plus 1.5 is minus 144. And they're 500. They should be a home dog to the Guardians. Unless if it's like Chris Sale or something like that, or Rivaldi. And as long as Shea Bieber's on the other side. Boston's 55.5 according to ESPN Analytics. I'm going to go with the minus 104 as a home dog. Padres Tigers, Sean Manaea and Drew Hutchinson. Padres minus 164, Tigers plus 138, over under 8, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Padres minus 1/2 is plus 110, Tigers plus 1/2 is minus 132. This is a tough one, but I am going to go with the first half over 4.5 at plus 112. Pirates Cubs at 8 o'clock. JT Brubaker and Adrian Sampson. Cubs minus 148. Pirates plus 126. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Pirates plus 1/2 is minus 156. Cubs minus 1/2 is plus 130. I'm going to go with the Cubs first half run line minus 1/2 at even money. Angels Royals. Noah Syndergaard and Zach Greinke. Royals minus 118, Angels even money, over under 8.5, overs minus 106, unders minus 118. Angels minus 1/2 is plus 164, Royals plus 1/2 is minus 100. So Royals favored on the money line, Angels favored on the run line. Royals 55.2 to win according to ESPN Analytics. So I'm going to lay that with the Royals. Rockies Brewers. Kyle Freeland and Aaron Ashby. So this is an ALDS rematch from 4 seasons ago. Brewers minus 196. Rockies plus 164. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Rockies plus 1/2 is minus 118. Brewers minus 1/2 is minus 102. I'm going to go with the over. 9:30 Astros A's. Jake Odorizzi and Adam Oller. Astros minus 240, A's plus 194, over under 8, overs minus 106, unders minus 114. Astros minus 1/2 is plus, or minus 137, A's plus 1/2 is plus 114. The A's are an enticing dog at that price, but I'm going with the over. Giants Diamondbacks, Jacob Junis and Tyler Gilbert. Giants minus 130, D-backs plus 110, over under 9, minus 110 Detroit. Giants minus 1/2 is plus 128. D-backs plus 1/2 is minus 154. I'm going with the over, but I don't feel good about it. Rangers Mariners. Glenn Otto and Chris Flexen. Mariners minus 162. Rangers plus 136. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Rangers plus 1/2 is minus 138. Mariners minus 1/2 is plus 115. This is another over. And last but not least, at 10 o'clock, you have the Nats and the Dodgers. Paolo Espino and Tony Gonsolin. Dodgers minus 310. Nats plus 250. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Nats plus 1/2 is plus 132. Dodgers minus 1/2 is minus 160. I'm going with the under in this game. All right, now we'll move on to the WNBA. We're going to recap the weekend's games. The league is off tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Friday, the Sun over the Lynx, 94-84. The Sun, 18-9. Minnesota, 10-18. Sky over the Wings, 89-83. Sky, 21-6. Wings, 11-15. Mercury over the Storm, 94-78. Mercury, 12-16. Seattle, 17-10. Saturday, the Liberty over the Sky, 83-80. The Liberty, 10-17. Chicago, 21-7. And the Aces over the Sparks, 84-66. Aces, 20-8. LA, 12-15. And Sunday, the Wings over the Fever, 96-86. The Wings, 12-15. Indiana, 5-25. Storm over the Dream, 82-72. Storm, 18-10. Atlanta, 12-16. And the Sun over the Lynx, 86-79. Connecticut, 19-9. Minnesota, 10-19. All right, now we're going to look at the Major League Soccer results from the weekend. And their league doesn't resume play until Friday. Saturday, NYC FC over Miami 2-0. Columbus, New England 0-0 draw. Cincinnati, Nashville 1-1 draw. Philadelphia over Orlando 1-0. Toronto over Charlotte 4-0. Club Football Montreal over DC United 2-1. Minnesota over Houston 2-1. LAFC over Kansas City 2-0. Dallas over Salt Lake 1-0. Seattle over Colorado 2-1. Chicago over Vancouver 3-1. And Portland over San Jose 2-1. And Sunday, Red Bulls over Austin 4-3. And LA Galaxy over Atlanta 2-0. All right, now we're going to look at the results from the 3M Open. Your winner with the score of 17 under, Tony Finau. Tied for second with 14 under, Sanjay and Emiliano Grillo. Tied for fourth with 13 under, Scott Piercy, James Hahn, and Tom Hogue. Tied for seventh with 10 under, Danny Willett, Grayson Sigg, and Callum Tarrant. 10th place with 9 unders, Chase and Hadley. Tied for 11th with 8 under, Peter Malnati, JT Potson, Kelly Craft, Robert Streb, and Adam Putnam. Tied for 16th with 7 under, Doug Cam Champ, Cam Davis, Adam Lung, Hank Lebioda, Lucas Hodges, Scott Brown, and Michael Giljic. Tied for 24th with 6 under, Stuart Zink and Austin Smotherman. Tied for 26th with 5 under, Matt Wallace, Joo Hyung Kim, Michael Thompson, Hayden Buckley, and Cam Piercy. Tied for 31st with 4 under, Ryan Palmer, Chengson Pon, Scott Gichnowski, Bryce Garnett, Ryan Brem, Paul Barjan, and Chris Goddard. Tied for 38th with 3 under, Ricky Fowler, Adam Hadwin, Roger Sloan, Samuel No, Patton Kazir, Wyndham Clark, and Dolby Vanderwalt. Tied for 45th with 2 under, Tyler Duncan, Ricky Barnes, Bo Hogg, and Chase Seifert. Tied for 49th with 1 under, Bo Van Pelt, Troy Merritt, Maverick McNeely, Ches Ravi, and Aaron Baddeley. Tied for 54th at even, David Skins, Andrew Novak, Adam Schenk, and Jared Wolf. Now notable, tied for 58th with 1 over, Camilo Vegas. Tied for 64th with 2 over, Sodi Kodiara, Brendan Todd, and my pick of Jason Day. 69th with 3 over, Kevin Chappell. Tied for 70th with 4 over, Grayson Chalmers. Tied for 72nd with 5 over, Matthew Neesmith. Among those cut, Martin Laird, Harry Higgs, Sam Ryder, Davis Riley, Kevin Tway, Matt Trader, Adam Cook, Nate Taylor, Bayo Hostler, Vincent Taylor, Seth Reeves, Henrik Norlander, John Huh, Ben Coles, C. Thiglia, Richie Wierenski, Dylan Fratelli, Ryan Moore, Brian Stewart, Cam Triangle, Ben Crade, Adam Svepson, Lucas Glover, Brendan Steele, Nate Lashley, Ryan Moore, Joseph Brumlett, Kramer Hickok, Doc Redmond, Cam Thompson, DJ Tran, Stefan Yeager, Ben Martin, Gary Kigo, Nate Watney, Dylan Wu, Brandon Gay, Andrew Landry, Max McGreevy, Jason Duffner, and withdrawing Hideki Matsuyama, D8 points, and Robert Garrigus, and disqualified Arjun Atwal. Next tournament is the Rocket Mortgage Classic from the 28th to the 31st from Detroit. It'll be on CBS. We'll get into that on the Wednesday show. NASCAR had an interesting weekend. We will go over the weekend results. Saturday Truck Series from Pocono. Winning the race, Chandler Smith. Second, Ryan Priest. Third, John Hunter Nemechek. Fourth, Corey Heim. Fifth, Carson Hosvar. Sixth, Austin Hill. Seventh, Timon Jeske. Eighth, Christian X. Ninth, Derek Kraus. 10th, Tanner Gray. The rest, Chase Purdy, Matt DiBenedetto, Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Effinger, Colby Howard, Ben Rose, Tate Fogelman, Max Gutierrez, Lawless Allen, Kaz Gralla, Dean Thompson, Caden Honeycutt, Jesse Little, Chris Wright, almost like Kyle Wright, Timmy Hill, Blaine Perkins, Tyler Hill, Armani Williams, Spencer Boyd, Haley Deegan, Josh Rumi, Jack Wood, and Todd Bodine. Xfinity from Pocono. Winning the race, Noah Gragson. Second, Ty Gibbs. Third, Josh Berry. Fourth, AJ Allmendinger. Fifth, Sheldon Creed. Sixth, Sam Meyer. Seventh, Justin Allgaier. Eighth, Austin Hill. Ninth, Daniel Hemrick. 10th, Cole Custer. The rest, Landon Castle, Riley Herbst, Brendan Brown, Myatt Snyder, Ryan Sieg, Anthony Alfredo, Brandon Jones, Brett Moffitt, Kyle Weatherman, Sage Karam, Josh Williams, Kyle Sieg, Stephon Parsons, Mason Massey, Ryan Vargas, Bailey Curley, David Starr, J.J. Yealy, Patrick Emling, Timmy Hill, Sammy Smith, Jeremy Clements, Jeb Burton, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Santino Ferrucci, Ronnie Bassett Jr., Alex Labb, and Raja Caruth. And here's where the drama was in the Cup Series from Pocono. Your declared winner, Chase Elliott. Second, Tyler Riddick. Third, Daniel Suarez. Fourth, Chris Bell. Fifth, Kyle Larson. Sixth, Michael McDowell. Seventh, Martin Truex Jr. Eighth, Bubba Wallace. Ninth, Eric Jones. Ninth, Austin Dillon. The rest, Alec Bowman, William Byron, Eric Almirola, Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Corey LaJoie, Joey Logano, Justin Haley, Ty Dillon, Harrison Burton, Noah Gragson, Todd Gilliland, Cody Ware, Kevin Harvick, J.J. Yealy, Chris Boucher, B.J. McLeod, Austin Cindric, Ross Chasen, Ryan Blaney, Josh Bilicki, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch. Denny and Hamlin and Kyle Busch were the big story here. We're just going to get into news and notes now. We'll start with that. They got disqualified from the race because of failed inspections with their Toyotas. So, Denny Hamlin, who was my pick to win the race, won initially. And Kyle Busch came in second. And Elliott, who never led a lap in the race, was rewarded a win. So this is a crazy turn of events at Pocono. The managing director, Brad Moran, said that there were some issues discovered that affect aero in the vehicle. There really was no reason why there was some material that was somewhere it shouldn't have been. It does basically come down to a disqualification. Jeff McLachetti's coming on the show tomorrow. He's our NASCAR expert. We're going to get into this with him and see what his take is. It probably was the right call, but just I feel sorry for Hamlin and Busch, especially Hamlin. And goodness, if I actually bet on Denny Hamlin, that would have been a bad beat among the bad beats of the year. And the Dawsonville Pool Room tweeted, "Winner, winner, Joe Gibbs Racing are cheaters." Obviously referring to Hamlin and Kyle Busch. So the actual news and notes for the day, we started with that one. We'll keep that in the NASCAR segment. So no particular order. The Ravens won't rush the Lamar Jackson deal as they're not panicked about signing him to a long-term contract after Kyler Murray's big deal. Vince McMahon retires as he announces on Twitter his retirement. That's not surprising. Sydney McLaughlin destroys her own record by 0.73 seconds to take home the Hurdles World Championship. Insane hockey trade is that Matt Tkachuk got traded to the Panthers as Jonathan Huberdeau and Mackenzie Weegar go to Calgary, as well as a first-round pick and a prospect. Insane trade. I like it for both sides. Florida's become top-heavy, and Calgary got a little bit of depth to replace Tkachuk and Gaudreau, but not enough, I don't think. So the first round pick comes not until 2025, and Cole Schwint goes to Calgary in the trade. So the more I look at it, I think it's good for Florida. Although I feel like they really just became a top-heavy hockey team. And then Brady Tkachuk tweets out a money emoji. And it was reported that Tkachuk signed before the trade as they negotiated Tkachuk's contract extension with Calgary before agreeing to the trade. So that's interesting. So it's like a sign and trade kind of a deal. Patrick Laine, a 4-year contract extension. Like $25 million per, not per year, but 34.8 is the whole deal. 4 years, $34.8 million contract, 8.7 annual. We'll see if Patrick Laine has a good year and continues to perform. David Bakhtiari placed on PUP after missing all but one game in 2021 because of his knee injury. So we'll see if he's ready for the season. Hansel Emmanuel picks Northwestern State after balling out in the Drew League. Some Nationals rumors with Juan Soto. The Padres are the most motivated. There's everyone saying that the Cardinals are the front runners. And the Nationals actually signed David Dahl as like a veteran guy to help them. The Mets acquired Daniel Vogelbach from the Pirates. So that is a good move for them. And they are also eyeing Orioles veteran Trey Mancini, which would be a really interesting fit with the Mets. And there are teams calling the Angels about Shohei Ohtani. No plans to move him. And LA wants, but then again, it was reported by Ken Rosenthal that LA wants established major leaguers to preserve playoff ambitions in any deal for Ohtani. That's insane. Like, the Angels still think that they're in it. They're not. So Madden quarterback rankings came out on Friday as Brady tops the board with a 97, ending Patrick Mahomes' 3-year run at the top. Another team in the Juan Soto sweepstakes is the New York Yankees. As they reached out to express interest. John Heyman thinks they need to get him. I disagree. But if they don't bring back Aaron Judge, then they kind of have to go get Juan Soto. But, I mean, what are the chances the Yankees are going to blow up their farm system for Juan Soto and Luis Castillo, who the Yankees are apparently the favorites for, and the Dodgers are in it, the Astros are in it, and the Blue Jays are in it. The Giants are unlikely for Juan Soto. They have about a 5% chance of making an attempt for him at the trade deadline. But I keep saying, if I'm the Nationals, I keep Soto past the deadline and open up the bidding more in the offseason, because there's going to be bad teams that are going to have assets to go get him that want to become good right away, like the Cubs. Or if the Red Sox become a seller now, and they have a lot of assets, and they can go out and get Juan Soto. So, just keep an eye on that. Aaron Boone downplays the Astros issue as he warns not to overstate offensive struggles against Houston. Not going to matter unless it's October. He's absolutely right. That's like the Yankees coming up big in those spots against the Astros as well, when they had their moments in those games that they won on walk-offs at the stadium back in June. Like, those are great wins, but we want to see you do it in October. Michael King fractures his elbow and is expected to miss the rest of the season. That is really sad news for the Yankees. Big loss for them in their bullpen. We'll see who they potentially acquire to fill that hole. Or do they move Nestor Cortez to the bullpen and Castillo replaces him in the rotation potentially? So we'll see. Shane Green got promoted to the big leagues on Saturday, and then he gave up the 2-run home run to Ramon Urias, and then they designated him for assignment. The Yankees are emerging as a serious contender for Andrew Benintendi. This surprises me a little bit in a way, because there was reported initially that they didn't want him because of his vaccination status. So we'll see. Who's reporting fake news? Part of me wonders if the report of them not wanting him because of his vaccination status was fake news. Part of me wonders if that was fake news, because this came out a few weeks later. So, or maybe Benintendi got vaccinated. Who knows? But Benintendi would be a nice addition to the Yankees. It would bring something to the Red Sox rivalry, because of Benintendi used to be on the Red Sox. So, would be interesting. So the MLB Hall of Fame inductations were over the weekend in Cooperstown. David Ortiz and Gil Hodges brought amazing speeches, as did ESPN analyst and reporter Tim Kirchin. Sydney Sweeney roasts the Red Sox as the Euphoria actress throughout the first pitch in the game where they lost 28-5. She goes, "They should have put me in." Oof. Nicholas Castellanos roasts a reporter as he goes, "That's a stupid question." More baseball stuff. Chaz Chisholm out 6 weeks due to a stress fracture in his back. That's a big loss for the Marlins. Luis Robert to the injured list after experiencing light lightheadedness, blurred vision, as he's expected back later this week. J-Rod dealing with wrist pain as he got treatment on his wrist. Rafael Devers on the injured list for right hamstring inflammation. That's a big loss for Boston. Jorge Soler on the injured list with back spasms. J.J. Bleday gets the call up. Mike Trout will return on Monday. We'll see when he'll be back. Max Meyer leaves against the Pirates on Saturday night with right elbow discomfort. That is brutal. Javier Baez exits the game against the Twins yesterday with an upper arm contusion. And Adam Duvall out for the year with surgery on his left wrist. So that's a loss for the Braves. We'll see if they get another outfielder. Maybe Joey Gallo as a rental for them would be interesting. Change of scenery. NBA, the Celtics entered the Kevin Durant trade talks as they offered Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and the draft pick. But it was declined. That's not enough. The Nets also want Marcus Smart. But that's not enough draft capital for Boston. That's very low-ballish by the Celtics. Even with Marcus Smart, that's a low-ball offer. They need more picks in there. I get it. Jaylen Brown's an all-star, but he's no Kevin Durant. And non-sports news, Steve Bannon has been found guilty on 2 counts of contempt of Congress for refusing to appear before the January 6th committee. There's going to be a lot more that comes out from this story. I'm not surprised that he's been found guilty. So we'll see what else is to come more from the January 6th fallout, which is still transpiring. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Friday's best bet, I really don't remember what it was. It looks like it was a loser. Oh no, it was a winner. It was the over in the Rangers Athletics game. My bad, I didn't realize that was a winner. So there are a lot of nominees in the running for best bet. There's this one that was just awesome, unlike the others. And I really like the over 8.5 between the Rockies and the Brewers. It's where the Rocky totals have been deflated on the road, but Kyle Freeland's just not good. Aaron Ashby hasn't been good either. The Rockies bullpen could blow. So I really think that over 8.5 is a good play. And I'm going to lay a quarter unit on over 8.5 between the Rockies and the Brewers. All right, so that's it for today's show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the baseball results and looking ahead to tomorrow's baseball and WNBA games. Jeff Magliachetti's going to come on the show tomorrow night to talk some the captain, WNBA, NASCAR, whatever else needs to be addressed. And then obviously news and notes and best bet will be on tomorrow's show, as well as potentially an activity. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.